Hi everyone. Happy Monday. My name is Laura Milligan and I want to thank you for joining me for my weekly Facebook Live. I normally go live on Mondays at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I'll usually do a Facebook Live take 2 on Thursdays at 1. So thank you for joining me. If you're new, welcome. Give me a shout out. Let me know you're there. Let me know where you're from. If you're a brand new stamper, if you've been stamping for a long time, I'm always interested in who's watching, and I appreciate all of you. So if you're there, let me just double check, say hello. Let me see if anyone has signed on yet. I can almost guess who the first couple people are that sign on. It's usually the same ones every time, and that's always fun. So I have a really cute card I'm going to make for you today. It features the Kite Delight Stamp Set in our January to June mini catalog, and I think I wanted to do this one because we are all, of course, all excited about the new annual catalog, but there's still a lot of really good things in our January to June mini catalog, and so I wanted to highlight one of those for you. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and turn my screen down. So I'm going to start by giving away this card. This is a card that I made last week with my Facebook Live, and it features the adorable Speedy Recovery stamp set. This is brand new from our annual catalog, and I am featuring this in my May bingo event. And so I encourage you all to play bingo with me. It's in May. If you're interested in the details, you can email me and I'll forward you all the information. I will attach my email link when I'm done with this Facebook Live so you can get in touch with me. But registration for my bingo event closes tomorrow, so you just have a day to respond. It's a really, really fun time. We play bingo and make cards, and I give away prizes, Stampin' Up! Products as prizes, so be sure to check that out. You don't want to miss it. So this is the card that I made on Friday. We're not doing this for bingo. We're doing 4 other totally different cards. But this one is going to Debbie Lindsay. So Debbie, I drew your name. So you are the lucky recipient, and I will get this in the mail to you probably today. So, okay, I see people. Susie, Tanae, Marcia, Debbie. Hi, everybody. How are you? So then real quick before I get into my card, I wanted to also share with you my card class to go for the month of May. Registration closes today. It features the He's the Man bundle. It is an adorable collection of products. There are several options available. You can just get the class, or you can add on the bundle, which is the stamp set and the dies. My class includes some designer paper and some bling. Let me just show you in the catalog. So this whole suite is featured on page 78 and 79 of our new annual catalog, and so many cute things that you can do with this. And the paper is really cool because it has all these great patterns, and then it also has two sheets of die cuts that you can just punch out and use on your projects. It's super, super cute. Hi, Cheryl. Yes, the sun is out. What a crazy morning we had. Hi, Myra. How are you, Miss Sunshine? Hi, Marcia. Yes, bingo is very fun. I agree. So this class to go, don't miss out. Registration ends today. If you need masculine cards, which I think all of us do, this is a class for you. You don't want to miss this class. All right. I am going to get to stamping. I'm going to bring in my little grid pack here. So I am using, this card actually was a card that we used last month in bingo, and I normally don't share those projects. I keep them exclusive to bingo, but this one was so cute, and I just love this Kite Delight set. It's very whimsical and cheerful, and I just thought it would be fun to make a really cute card with you using this set today. And let me show you. That is on page 31 of this is our January to June mini catalog, and like I said, this goes through the end of June. And don't forget about things in this catalog, because I know, we're all excited about everything new in the new catalog, but there is still a lot to love in this mini, and so don't miss out. This is just a fun, cute, it's going to make someone smile when you make a card and send it to them with this stamp set. And the stamp set is only $18, so the price is right. And I have combined my card today with the adhesive backed hexagons. We'll be using those. Those are also in the mini catalog. And then the Abstract Beauty Designer Series paper. Now this is a first for us. This paper is, the packet of this paper includes, let me see if I can see real quick how many, 48 sheets, and it's cut 4 by 6. So it is a great size for putting on a card front. You have to cut down the height a little bit, but the width is perfect for adding to a card front. And let me just show you. It's a specialty paper, so it has some gold touches. And we used these for bingo last month. There's some black and white and gold, which is always really fun. This kind of reminded me of the night sky with splotches of stars. That's really cute. It's just Abstract Beauty. The name fits, right? It's different abstracts and super cute. Of course, I love the polka dot. I always like polka dots. And then there's some florals, and this even has some touches of gold. And I think it's easy to miss this pack in the catalog, but don't miss it. It's really cute. And let me show you the back side. This is the part that doesn't have the gold on it. It's just regular paper, but so many cute patterns. Black and white. We always love black and white. This one is what I'm going to use today on our card. So that is this pack, 4 by 6 Abstract Beauty. This is also found in our January to June mini catalog. Okay, so let me find my card. Here's my card. Oh, I have to tell you too, remember last week, if you saw me on Thursday, and when I was making this card that is going to Debbie Lindsay, I stamped this box of Kleenex and I cut it out, and then I could not find it. And I looked and looked and looked, and I assured everyone that as soon as I was done with my Facebook Live, I would find it. And I did. I had accidentally picked it up with some of the other scraps I was using, and I threw it in my trash can. So I looked in there, and there it was. My friend Pam came over yesterday, and she said, "Did you ever find that Kleenex box?" So I said, "I sure did." So here it is. It's been found. It's crazy. Isn't that funny? Okay, so the Kite Delight, I'm going to start with, as you know, my favorite card base is Thick Basic White. I'm going to go ahead and give this a nice burnish. Hi, Judy. How are you? Start with that, and then I'm going to take a piece of my designer paper. This is the one that I selected for the front of this. It kind of reminded me of a rainbow, and since I'm doing the kite, I don't know, I thought that worked. Thought that was cute. I love this paper. So I'm going to go ahead and attach this, and there's that night sky paper. It was fun when we did bingo last month with this particular stamp set, and whoops, you know what, I'm going to have this go this way. I want the pink at the top. I guess it doesn't really matter, but I have cut this, so I didn't have to cut the width because it's 4 inches, and I cut just a ½ inch off the length of this, because this paper, like I said, is 4 by 6, and I've cut it to 4 by 5.5. So I just had to cut a ½ inch off. So there is that part. I'm going to go ahead and do some stamping. So this is another piece. All my little pieces here. And then this is for my words. So I'm going to use Tuxedo Black ink. Let me turn my ink thing around here and grab it. Okay, so here's my Tuxedo Black ink. And I'm going to go ahead and ink up, first of all, the kite. And the kite I'm using is this one. You could actually use any of these for this card, but I chose that one, which reminds me, I did post a tutorial today on my blog. I've already posted it with a really cute card using this particular kite. I think it's already posted on Facebook as well, so you can see it there, but be sure to go check that one out because it's another cute idea. It uses that layout. It's one of my favorites with the scallop contour dies with that scalloped edge down the right-hand side. So be sure to check that one out. Don't miss it. So I'm going to ink this up. Make sure I get a good, okay. Go ahead and stamp this, give it a nice push. Okay, so there's my kite, and I thought it was fun to do it on this pattern. So I'm going to take my paper snips, and this I'm just going to quickly snip out, which is really easy to do because these are all pretty much straight lines. This stamp set is a standalone stamp set. It doesn't come with a die or a punch or anything, but for this card, I just thought it would be cute to cut it out. Of course, you know I'm going to pop it up, right? Okay, so there we have that. I'll set this paper aside. Then I'm going to do my words. And the words I'm going to do in Night of Navy. And the words I'm using say, another year flies by, happy birthday. So we'll line that up, give it a push. And there it is. And I stamped this directly on the designer paper. I thought that was sort of fun and a good way to switch it up. We don't always think about doing that. I don't always think about doing that, but I think it's fun when you have something that's kind of subtle or a soft, lighter color. If you want to stamp something, you know, the words or whatever, the pattern like this, right on the designer paper, it's a good way to just change things up. All right. Next thing I'm going to do is I have this panel. I'm going to set these aside. I have this panel of white, and I am going to use the Basic Borders die. And the Basic Borders die, these are really cool. And I think if you just look at them, I don't know, they don't seem that exciting, but there are so many cool things that you can do with these. I love this zigzag edge. These are for edges of cards and different things. This is like a hill. I've used that one before, but I'm going to use this one today. And let me pull it off of here. What I did was I took this panel and I positioned my die a little bit to the left. It's not exactly centered, but it's a little bit to the left. And what I would do is just then run it through my die cutting machine so that I'll end up with two pieces. I've already done that, and like I said, if you don't know how to use a die cutting machine, I'm assuming that most of you do, but if you're a brand new stamper and don't know, please let me know, because I would love to help you and show you how to do that. But I normally do my die cutting ahead of time just to save a little bit of time when I'm doing my lives. So I've run this through the die cutting machine, and it's going to come out looking like this. And you can see I'm going to pull this apart, and these, I've created some clouds. So before I attach this to my card front, I am going to take this stamp. Let me show you. It is the tail of the kite, and I could use either one, but for this card I'm using this one. And I'm going to stamp this also in Night of Navy ink, and I'm going to put that, just about right there like that. Okay, isn't that pretty? It stamps really beautifully. All right, I'm done with my ink, so I'm going to put it all away. Okay, so now we're going to put the card together. We have all our parts and pieces ready. We've already attached the designer paper to the card front. So the next thing I'm going to do is attach my clouds, and what I'm going to do is spread these apart so that you can see what I call like the rainbow or the sky beneath it, and I'm going to pop both of these pieces up with dimensionals. And I'm going to put quite a few dimensionals on this because it's a pretty big piece, and I just want to be sure that all these little clouds are supported, this whole piece all the way up. So I'm putting 6 dimensionals. You know what, I may even put one right here. Dimensionals are pretty inexpensive, so I am very generous when I use them. I don't hold back on using dimensionals. So I'm going to put this one about right there. Get that straight, and I'll put that in place, and then I'm going to do the same thing with this side. But you can see how this whole edge here is popped up. And so I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to be generous with these die cuts. I'm going to put some, I'm sort of staggering them, some on the inside, some on the outside. Like that. Okay. And then I think what I'll do is just put one right there as well. I agree, Colleen. I forget about stamping on the DSP, but it's a nice, it's a fun look, fun way to do it. So this one I'm going to put about right here, like that. And again, my dimensionals are going to pop that whole piece up. Next thing I'm going to do is take my kite, and I'm going to pop that up, and that's going to go right there. It's even cute. Look at the flowery kite would be cute as well. But when we did this for bingo, I got so many comments from the ladies that played that this paper is something that they probably would not have thought about using with this stamp set or anything really. They kind of overlooked it in the catalog, but once they saw it and once we made our projects with it, they all really, really fell in love with it. So it is super cute paper. Okay, so that's going to be there like that. I'm just going to take my words, and they're going to go right across both of these little cloud panels. I'm going to go ahead and just do a little flag in the end of this. Just like that. Okay. And so this I'm just going to attach with my regular glue, liquid glue. Look how cute this piece is too, with the pink and the blue, purple, and then the flecks of gold. Really cute. We'll get that on there straight, and we'll give that a second to adhere. And then next thing I'm going to do is just add some embellishments. So I love these hexagon embellishments. They come in basic black, I'm thinking it's Blushing Bride, and then Just Jade. So I'm going to take my Take Your Pick tool, and I thought it would be fun to embellish these all the way down the tail of the kite. So I'll go ahead, pick these up. So this is like during bingo, we make these cards together. So it's actually quite fun. And like I said, my bingo for this month, the registration ends tomorrow. It's the Speedy Recovery stamp set. I already have a few brand new people signed up to play, which I'm really excited about. If you've never played, I would encourage you to sign up. It's not too late. And I think you're almost guaranteed to have a fun time. So there is my card. So what do you think? I love this card. I love this very creative, well, I think it's a very creative use of the basic borders dies, creating that look of the clouds. And I think this would make anyone very, very happy to receive this card. The other stamp, the word stamp that I really like is Your Friendship is So Uplifting. And then the one I used on my blog today that you can look at is Wishes for a Carefree Day. So super cute. And hope you'll think about signing up for bingo if you haven't done that yet. I'm going to go ahead and switch my view back. Thank you all for joining me. This was a little bit short today. I'm going to hold up my card again so you can see it. I just think it's super cute. This is the Kite Delight Stamp Set found in our January to June mini catalog. And don't forget, if you've thought about playing bingo with me, tomorrow the registration closes. We do it via Zoom. If you've never done Zoom before, I am happy to walk you through. We can do a practice run so that you're comfortable with it when the bingo night actually arrives. But thank you for joining me. I hope you have a great day. Hope you had a good weekend. We had a beautiful weekend here. It was super hot, but I was able to get out in the morning and do some planting, which I love so much. I'm a gardener, and I love digging in the dirt and planting things, and I know that some of you feel the same way. So the other thing is today is the last day to register for my class to go featuring the He's the Man bundle, and I will put a link to that when I'm done with my Facebook Live today. So I hope you all have a great day, and I of course thank you for joining me. I will be back on Thursday, and as always, I hope you have time to be creative today. Thanks so much, everyone. Bye-bye.